Hello, Libra. Thank you so much for joining today's reading session. Today, we're going to do your November 2025 monthly energy check. As usual, we're going to use Oracle of the Mythic Heroes and Oracle of the Celestial Deities, together with some other tarot cards to read your energy. Meanwhile, if you are a sun sign, moon sign, or rising sign in Libra, this could be the reading for you, right? Now, first of all, let's give the cards a good shuffle. And first of all, let's have a look at what is your current energy, what could be blocking you, and also what could be helping you during this period of time, all right? And then we're going to look at different areas in details, right? Thank you so much, universe. Libra, are we ready? First card, Saturn, all right? What could be blocking you during this period of time is Venus. What could be helping you during this period of time is Jupiter. Oh, wow, beautiful. Wow, this is really, really interesting. Okay, so one of the things about your being Saturn, but what is helping is Jupiter, is really telling you to change your mindset a little bit, Libra. Sometimes we can all be very burdened by our responsibilities, or sometimes we might just have a very kind of like forlorn vision of life, right? We might be feeling a little bit pessimistic. We might be thinking, yeah, I don't see that happening. Yeah, probably it's not going to be there. Probably it's not going to happen. Things like that. Specifically, when you got Venus, it's kind of blocking you. Now, Venus could be talking about many different things. This could be about maybe love and relationships are not really flourishing at this period of time. Sometimes Venus is also a part of you that is always trying to be nice and trying to be fair and trying to, make things easy for other people. But then you actually realize that when you do that, it's not necessarily reciprocated, right? So Libra, specifically, Venus is a planet that rules Libra. This month, you got to be careful with kind of like trying to sacrifice yourself or trying to do things for other people or trying to say yes, right? Become a yes man for everyone. And then later, maybe you're expecting them to reciprocate, right? To do the same for you, but they don't. And so you might feel very angry, or you might feel that it's unfair to you, etc., etc. Now, Jupiter sitting on top of helping you is really telling you to really believe in the impossible. Jupiter is about expansion, growth, opportunities. And if this energy is helping you, it's telling you to get rid of that kind of like negative mindset, right? Get rid of anything that is almost like you making yourself unhappy because of our own restrictive beliefs and our own negative thoughts. Jupiter and Saturn is very sort of like the opposition in astrology, because Saturn is about the restriction, right? Conservativeness, right? It's almost like we are binding things, right? Or we're binding ourselves there, and we don't feel that we are free, that we are able to create anything we want. But Jupiter is the opposite of that. Jupiter is about a blind faith, right? And freedom, right? And self-liberation. So this month, I think for Libra, one thing that you will need to do is try not to overly sacrificing yourself to do people pleasing, or keep thinking that, oh, but I want to be nice. I want to make things easy for them all the time, but they don't necessarily reciprocate. This month, you need to focus on you, focus on what works for you and what makes you happy, right? And if you feel that there are certain things you want, it's okay that you can stick to your guts. You can stick to what works for you, all right? There's nothing wrong with that. The other thing about this energy with the Jupiter on top is really telling you to believe in the things that you have self-doubts about. Maybe this could be about creating more wealth. This is about finding opportunities, right? Things like that. So if you have something that you're thinking at this moment in your mind, but you're not sure whether you're able to do it or not, Jupiter tells you, do it anyway, right? Even though you don't have a guarantee that it's going to happen, do it anyway. And then later you will see how that will work out for you beautifully. All right, let's pull some cards from tarot, right? We're going to pull 3 cards, respectively, your communication and your interaction with the people around you. What is your work career, and also what is your relationship and love, right? Libra. All right, let's have a look. Very beautiful. First card showing up in the middle, right? What is your communication? Wow, the Lovers, beautiful. This card is talking about you maybe focusing or talking a lot about relationships. And, sometimes when we talk about relationship, of course, this could be about your romantic encountering, right, actual romantic relationship or marriage. Sometimes the Lovers card is also talking about any type of human interaction, right? Dealing with people, your connection with someone. That this could be about something that either you want to talk about, or this could be about you feel it's your focus. Let's put it this way. Again, coming back to the Saturn and Venus energy, this could be about you also doing a review in your life about what kind of relationship, or this could be about, again, romantic relation, or maybe even a friendship or client relationship that you realize that this is really not for you, right? You're ready to cut it out, or you're ready to draw boundaries. Lovers card with the Jupiter on top is also telling you to be faithful when it comes to developing new connections, right? With new friends, new relationships, as well as new clients, right? New, anything that you can bring into your life, right? From the unknown to the known. Now, let's have a look at your work, right? Thank you, Libra. Two of Wands, beautiful. Two of Wands with Lovers is a very beautiful energy. This is talking about you looking forward to the future, being ready to really do something for your career. You can see actually on the card, there's a woman looking at a globe, and the globe is a symbol of our world. It's a symbol of travel. It's a symbol of expansion. I think with this Lovers card and the Two of Wands, it's almost like giving me this energy that there could be a lot of new potentials out there for you. Specifically, Jupiter is on top, right? Helping you, expanding your life at this moment. Lovers could be about those new connections, right? The Two of Wands, this is about you expanding into the future, looking at things far away from you rather than just looking at what is right in front of you. The other thing that I also want to say is that how do I describe this, Libra? Don't sell yourself short, if you know what I mean. The Two of Wands carries a very luxury energy, okay? Something luxurious, something expensive, something high-end, right? Something very much sort of like on the upper side, higher side of the society. So this could also be telling you that when it comes to dealing with your professional life, you are at a certain level already. Don't see yourself as someone who is, too low down there, right? You're overly humble, right? Again, with this Venus energy, you're trying to be nice to everyone, right? But eventually you are not really doing yourself a service. Don't sell yourself short, know your value, all right? Now, finally, we're gonna have a look at your love and relationship, Libra, all right? And we've got Ace of Sword, all right? Clarity, understanding. Now, in a good way, this Ace of Sword is talking about you will become very, very clear, a little bit like this Saturn, right? As the first card that we put out for you, becoming more and more clear about what is for you, what is not for you. Who is your ally, who is not? Who is your true love? Who is just, a temporary thing that is really, which is not really significant. Ace of Swords, Lovers, and Two of Wands. This has a lot to do with your personal choice, all right? My beautiful Libra. What would you like to choose for yourself this month? Who is your client? Who is your real friend? Who is your true love? Make that decision. Now, Ace of Swords will actually give you that reality check anyway. So for those of you guys, Libra, I know you guys are not the most decisive people there, but you do need to know is that this Ace of Swords is almost like the universe will push the reality right in front of your face and say, look, this is what it is. So you will have to face a reality and be clear anyway, right? You can't run away from this and pretend that, I don't have to deal with that. I don't have to look at that. I can just pretend that everything's fine. Okay, I hope you understand what I mean. This spread is very much about your clear decision about black and white. Okay, what works for you, what does not. Once you make that decision, how you can move forward is know your true value. Choose the right people, choose the right opportunity, and don't sell yourself short. Don't feel like you need to be the one sacrificing and compromising, and maybe people will give you what you want, and maybe people will like you more. It does not work that way. Libra, this month, you are very much encouraged to be strong, to be courageous, and to be outspoken. All right? Now, one card from our Citadel Oracle. All right? What is going on for our Libra? Thank you so much, universe. Thank you. All right. One more shuffle. All right. Thank you. That's it. we have got the pass list, okay? Difficult decisions and lack of direction. Now, one of the things about this card that you will need to know, Libra, is that there are certain things that you do realize that it just doesn't work that way, okay? You have done everything you could. You've tried maybe a few times. You've done your best, but it just doesn't happen that way. This card tells you that when you realize that, it's important that you look for a different direction rather than being stuck in there. Look, Jupiter sitting on top, like what I said, is about new expansion. So this is not telling you to look at the old thing, the old way of doing things, or the old so-called person, right? All the time and hoping that they will change, hoping that it will work out. It does not. This card tells you to be brave, to look at other paths in front of you, because there are a lot of gifts, okay? I'm going to read this paragraph for you. I think it's very important that you will need to hear, all right? The path list. Here. It feels like progress on whatever you have been working towards has ground to a halt. Others might give you unsolicited advice, but you know yourself better than anyone else. Take a step back and consider a new direction, but don't keep stubbornly moving forward if it's not getting you anywhere. Again, this card resonated with a lot of this Saturn energy, okay? Be open-minded towards new opportunities and new ways of doing things, instead of just hoping that you do the thing in the old way again and again and again and again and hoping that it will work. The path light tells you that you need to walk on a new path, all right? Now, one more card from Oracle of the Mythic Heroes. Now, specifically, I will say this, what I mean by this is dealing with a certain person, because I have this very strong feeling, yeah. It's almost like there's someone that you're dealing with. You're hoping that they will realize what's the right thing to do. You hope that they will change. You hope that they will consider your feelings, but it's not, because they are who they are, if you know what I mean. All right. Now, one card, okay, for your advice. Oracle of the Mythic Heroes. What do you need to know? Thank you so much, universe. Strength, Hercules. Yeah, this card has a lot to do with your independence, your inner strength, and how you can pull yourself out of that mud, that depressing feeling that you have had. This Hercules energy has a lot to do with the energy of Leo, right? And Leo is about your heart chakra. Look, Libra, you guys are the nicest people I've ever met in my life. You're always graceful. You're always trying to be fair. You're always trying to be balanced, right? And I appreciate that part of you a lot. But you do have to realize that sometimes it's not about fairness, because not everyone will play fair with you either, right? But when people don't do that with you, you might feel very depressed. You might just feel like, what's the point, right? When you are trying to do everything for everyone else, but they don't necessarily appreciate or acknowledge your effort and your principle, right? So this energy tells you that it's important that you can manage your feeling very well, dealing with those unreasonable people or the world. Well, at the same time, you do need to realize that when those people are there, the only and also the best choice for you is to walk away from them. And also the next time when you're dealing with a similar situation, you can stick to your guts and you know what works for you, what does not work for you. Make those rules very, very clear. Draw those boundaries, and I guarantee you that it will work much better. Thank you so much, my beautiful Libra. This is a very quick reading for you for the month of November. If you enjoyed the reading, please remember to subscribe to my channel, like it, and share it with the people you care about. And I'll see you very soon in the next reading session. Bye.